All right, I can see people are coming from all different places. Yeah, thank you so much. Well, today is mainly Q&A. Yeah, before Q&A, I just have a little talking so you get your question ready. Maybe your questions will be covered by the previous one, so we still do. Don't write any questions in the chat, right? Because from the experience before, if we put the chat there, I'm going to read it, then that will be the same question everybody share already. So when I say, if you cannot talk, can you write it down? Then you know your questions will be the question. Okay? So let's make this deal. All right? Don't write any questions. We just do the audio one first. Everybody can share it. And, well, for this few months, you may notice that we actually made a lot of adjustment. Yeah, huge adjustment. Still, we're making it. Yeah, we try to make it even more better. We try our best that we can make it more. First, it's easy for everybody to access our teachings, to make our communities more double ways. Yeah, double ways. One significant change we did is that we add the Daily Energizer. Yeah, Daily Energizer. We used to do it once a week. Now we add it twice a week. We used to charge about $20 for one session. Now we put it 8 times for $28. So because I find it's really challenging, especially after COVID, for people to afford this. It can be expensive, but I want to have more people to join this community. It's really necessary now. Yeah, so that's one thing we add. Another is I want to make this Q&A more regularly, at least once a month. We're still trying to build up. It's not so regular yet, yeah, because of all these changes and everything. So, and this Q&A is for several things. One is for everybody. Yeah, it's for not just some people sign up for the Daily Energizer, but it's for all the communities who knows me. Yeah. Secondary is that on the website, if you go to my website, you notice that we also changed a lot. Let me just to see whether we can share this. Okay, share this. Share this screen. Okay, here. All right, so here, that's the, also we have some changes too. We have some changes. Daily Energizer, we made more online on-demand courses. See from this drop-down menu, can you see the drop-down menu? Okay, so we have, before we have only 16 fonts, I think, just a few years ago. Now we add more. We have Daily Qigong, the 4 cycles mainly. We have I Ching Ching. We have Master Key. I Ching Ching we have done it many years, but it's always like we do twice a year with some certain time. We do it together. Well, a lot of people ask us questions because when they see this one on demand, they'll be concerned. Shall we still do that? We still do it. We still do, like next one will be November, middle of November, we're going to do I Ching Ching. And this on demand, because a lot of people, they miss the time, then they cannot join it. So we make I Ching Ching also on demand. Master Key is the course that we never done online. We did online, but never done it as ongoing courses. So all this are on demand, so you can access anytime. So that's one thing we add. And
So we can't see the screen sharing.
you cannot see the screen share?
No,
Ooh, not at all, or?
we see you like we always do.
No, I can see it.
I
Oh,
see
you,
it.
Uh-huh.
huh?
if you go in gallery, you
I
can
see it
see
as
it.
well.
Gallery. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, see that? That's the problem. Sometimes it's not even
Yeah.
now I cannot.
Okay.
Okay, so just listen. All right, you cannot see. I'm sorry.
But whatever your program is called for group, gallery, or whatever, in the corner, it says speaker. Then you only see Robert. Go into whatever your group view is, and then you'll see the shared screen.
All right. So if you cannot see, you can still hear me. Okay, you can go to the robertpeng.com. Anyway, so what I want to say, let's stop here, the sharing here. What I want to say is that we are managing, trying to make it more accessible to everyone. Then someone asked questions, especially about Yi Jing Jing, because we've done it a long time. Yi Jing Jing, for the one who have done before, and normally it's like we tell that in 1 year it will expire, but we never take it off. So some people they are for 5 years they can still access, which I do it more or less deliberately because I say, well, if you want to go, you go. But since we have it on demand, we uh, we try to collect all what we have done before and just offer you a free code for this on demand. Meaning, if you have done online before, you have this on demand for free forever. Yeah, well, as long as my site is available, right? Yeah, so permanently you will have it. Yeah. So the only time you want to do, you're going to pay a little bit. That is, if we like we did before. If in November we have another one, then the one who have done before or the one who is new, but you did on demand, you pay $78 as repeat students rather than $500. All right. Or if you say I just want to do it on my own all the time, so you're free all the time. Yeah, free access. Go to my website, click the link, then you go to the Teachable. I'm still trying to find some professionals to see whether we can combine both Teachable and the website of. It's a bit challenging because we have done it for a while to synchronize together. Sometimes can be even more confusing. So we're still now using two platforms. One is my website, another is the Teachable. Yeah, the Teachable. So I apologize for this confusion or the the inconvenience. But once you know how to do it, it's quite simple. So for Daily Energizer, is subscribe on my website. For Teachable, so they're different. Some people they get confused. They say, "Well, I have Teachable," and they try to use Teachable's password and to get on Daily Energizer, which won't work. All right. So Daily Energizer, we have tried for about 2 months. It's going really great. Yeah, I try the big effort to make it more. First, we just rotate the exercise. We learned, but each time, because I try to follow the same way with my master, because I practice with him all the time the same thing. But I always get this beautiful things, and every now and then he add a little bit flavors things or something. You can do it. You don't have to do it. Yeah, and sometimes some people feel really good taste. They put it aside, and actually they make it as a regular practice. Like we did this today. We did the towel. Yeah. And a few weeks ago, we did the big heavenly circuit. That movement is some are complicated, some are straightforward. So I try to make this Daily Energizer a bit flavory. First, we have some solid practice, 4 golden wheels, 8 cycles. Later, we're going to practice Yi Jing Jing. So all what we have taught, we're going to practice here. Add some of the little tricks or little and also like we try to catch with the timing, like so I add some elements of the Jie Qigong. Yeah, not exactly the same, but we try to follow the time. Like now, it's today is the limit of the heat, meaning the massive major heat is going to the climax. We're going to begin to transition towards the autumn, and always vertebra or organs, they have some connections. So we try to catch with the timing, organic timing, to add some exercise. Then of course at the end we always have a group healing as my signature, right? As my signature, and also the one who has done the subscribed in the Daily Energizer, you will have all this. Let me share. Yeah, the one who cannot see, just I'm sorry, just listen. All right. So that we with not only the live class, the live class is you have the link, you click it, right? And also we offer some varieties. We have some bonus. Yeah. At first, recent classes. So when we finish, then we're going to put on here. I try to make it about 9 of them instead of all of them. Yeah, all of them, it will be too much for you to choose because they are rotate like today's I haven't put it down yet. Like the other day we have 8 cycles and we have 4 cycles. Then we have a 4 golden wheels. So we're rotating the 4 golden wheels and 小周天导演, yeah. So we try to update it for every 9 times. Then look at the bonus videos. Bonus videos, I'm arranging this for like some people may feel I want to have some more exercises or some standard exercises. So I put some standard like self-care massage. We have good morning Qigong, good evening Qigong, some awakening awareness. For golden wheels, this are the videos, the standard professional videos from my book. I'm gonna add more as it goes on. Like this is a interview, just so this one can be variable and can be more enriched, like library. Yes, time goes on. So both this and recent classes are the archives of something. All right. So so that's basically it. So for online, now you know we have several things. One is Daily Energizer, another is on-demand course, another is not on-demand course, but we have time-framed courses. And of course, in the future, we're gonna have like live online course. Yeah, like I Ching Ching or 4 cycles or whatever. I may, instead of, besides the online on-demand, we may run another live courses. Yeah. So to try to build it, if we have a live one, yeah, you as soon as we have live one finished, then we put you on demand so that you can have accessible. The live ones will be kept for several months. Then we have to replace it because like we learned this from I Ching Ching. Because the I Ching Ching we have like nearly 10, 20 of them. And some people, some people attended nearly, some of them, 9, 10 of them. When they log in, they don't know which one they're going to follow because they're all there. So we have to clear it, to do some cleaning, all right? So, so there's some basic cover talking, yeah, from all these few days people ask about the situations, yeah. I hope that you can understand this. Now let's get some questions. Yeah, for people on demand, yeah, they can also raise questions about the specific exercises. We'll put it on here as well. Yeah. Okay. Anyone have questions? Talking to everybody so we can share. Raise your hand with that little button. Okay, Jun Sui, right? Yeah, unmute yourself. Let me see.
Hello, Master. Yes.
Okay, good.
Master, I have 2 questions. First question is related to Way of Virtue, your book. Tai Chi breathing and all the other exercises, can they be done lying down?
Oh yes, yeah. All meditations can be done lying down. Well, of course, there's always a little compromise because when you're lying down, you are very likely to fall into sleep easier. Yeah, and which is not a bad thing because when you do meditation and get into sleep, it's still very beautiful relaxations, deep layer of rest. So you can do both ways. Yeah, they can function slightly different, but nothing wrong. Okay.
Thank you very much, Master. Second question is, can you consider making a forum for those who attend your Daily Energizer so that we can discuss all the new stuff and whatever, is
That
interesting?
would be a good idea. Let me put it down. Yeah, let me put it down. The forum, okay? Forum.
Thank you.
Yeah, forum for Daily Energizer. Okay. Thank you. I think it should be okay. I asked my webmaster to make it happen. And wonderful. Now, next one, Jane. Unmute yourself.
I just want to tell you this book, your book is great. I really enjoy it, So if you haven't read it, you got to get it, and it's really great.
Thank you.
One of the it brought up in there, and I haven't maybe haven't gotten that far, but how do you meditate? Like, how do you meditate? Like,
You mean, what do you mean? How do you meditate?
well, you say in the book on through meditation practices, you can learn to awaken Wuji and abide in the spirit as well, right?
Mhm.
So what do you use for meditation practice?
It is the meditation. We have three big exercises: 6 healing sound. Then we have the meridian ones. Then we have the Holugong. I taught Holugong, but it's very basic level. So in this book, it's much more elaborate.
Okay.
Progressively, like for the 6 healing sound, we get a higher mind. Yeah, you have left and right, wrong. Yeah, then we have a beautiful mind after you do because for the organs, then we begin to have this energies flowing to all over the body. That's the meridian part. This book is actually upgrading what I have taught before, like the chanting of the meridians. We had a little practice in our healers training. Someone has done the healers training, but that is very, very shallow and basic for the purpose that you can share with some of your clients or patients, do some basic chanting. But for this book, it's much, much deeper to cultivate your pure mind. Yeah, pure mind. Then after the pure mind, we want to have your spirit. The spirit is like, we say spirit in this word is like wuji. Wuji state is meaning there's no right or wrong. There's no back and forth. It's just like being. This being, the existence, or in Buddhism they call it Kong. Yeah, Kong in Taoism they call it the Big Tao. Big Tao, Kong is very abstract for us to understand. So we try to use this exercise to reach to the level that you feel the being of yourself more than just the body. Yeah. So that vortex, when you're in that vortex swirls, every now and then you can feel that kind of void feeling, that kind of Taoist feeling, the big Tao feeling. Yeah. If that kind of experience can be changed one after another, then your life is really much more broadened and in a peaceful way. So that's our like aim of making this progressive exercises. And good news, we are going to do this online course for the Way of Virtue. Next year, beginning of next year, I'm preparing all the materials and we're doing online, just that can cover for maybe half year or even a year. Yeah, we still try to work out how the range is because I don't want to rush. Well, the good thing about online is that our time pace, yeah, can be quite extend it in an easy, comfortable pace, rather than you go to a retreat center, like we do Master Key, 5 days. Yeah, that's the long one. In Kripalu, we do the like long weekend. Yeah, so we're jammed with so many things. I noticed that. I know that. Like you learn it. You learn. Yeah, I taught all of them 100%. The moment you step out of the campus, you drive out of the campus, 90% you return to me, right? And free of charge for me. So, if we can do it online and make it really like, I work very hard to make it online as powerful as on site, then I think the benefit can much more stronger. So that's my basic plan. I don't have the exact date because it's too many work, but just let you know we're going to have online teaching for the way of which all these progressive practices is much better, of course, much more beneficial and easier for you that you can follow than you read the book itself. The book is written beautifully. I'm very grateful for my co-author, Robert Peng. He's the co-author of my first book too, and he really mastered what I want to convey. So his writing is like very poetic. I can do that. I cannot do that poetic ways writing in English. Right? Yeah, it's his huge contribution. And by the way, if you really like the book, I appreciate very much you put some the testimony on Amazon to let more people know, right? No, because it's a really beautiful book, and I hope more people can get benefit. All right.
So you're saying you use these exercises to build up your meditation. Is that what I understand?
Yeah, to make your meditations really deeper and broader. It's when we say meditation, is there are two tracks. One is simple and quite freelance. Yeah, you watch your breath. This is meditation, right? You close your eyes. You have visualizations. That's meditation. Another the book, the practice of this book is very guided meditation, and it's progressive. So it's not just simply you do it in a freelance. They're very progressively building up. Yeah, building up. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. I have one more quick question. If you want us to invite people to your Daily Energizer, do you want us to just send them to your webpage and do the free trial for a month? Is that how it works?
Yes, please. You just give them that page. I put it on the homepage, so just my website, robertpeng.com. Then they will be able to reach that.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell them just subscribe. Then they have. Yeah, we still have 1 month free for this promotion time, and I encourage you to just send information to as many people as possible, because it's the more people practice together, the bigger the energy field. Yeah, the aim is that we have thousands of people. Yeah, 20,000 people. If I practice together, that can shake the whole earth. Right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. The next one, Anne.
Thank you. This course, the Master Key, has been so exciting for me, but I don't have the book, and I have a feeling that I'm going to get the book because I think a lot of my questions will be answered mostly from the book. Like one of them was when you were rubbing C7. I was wondering what the purpose of rubbing C7 is. Is that in the book? Is information like that in the book? You know?
Actually, no.
No.
The book is here. I can tell you. The C7 C7 is a very special one. Yeah, because this is the base of the cervical spine. And also it's the connection of the thoracic spine. Yeah, so yeah, and it's the biggest on the cervical spine, and they give the big range. Actually, the range for you to move your neck is based on here, which is the good side about it. Yeah. Then, you know, we have too many good things. There's always some shortcomings going with this. The shortcoming is that because they're so big, that the gap in between the disc are more open. Yeah, more open, and also here exposed the most. So if you have learned Chinese medicine, they say they have 5 factors that make us sick, external factor, which is wind, you know, dryness, dampness, you know, the heat, the cold, all this. They are the 5 elements of our disease. Actually, it's very misleading because look, these 5 elements are what we need essentially for our life. Can you imagine a place there's no moisture, there's no wind, you die, right? So actually in Chinese medicine, they don't say this alone. They say 五淫, excessive, meaning too much or too little. To extremity of any of them can be a cause of a disease. That makes sense. Like if you go out, then you get a thunderstorm and you catch cold because of the too strong the wind and the coldness, then your body cannot handle it. So it depends on externally and internally. So when we internally strong, the same amount of wind will be okay for you, but for the other one, they get sick. Yeah. So what we do is that we want to strengthen our energies. So for cervical 7, this area, they give us good range to move the neck, but they're very vulnerable to get attached with all this dampness, the wind. So, you know, a lot of people, they want to have a handkerchief. Yeah. Scarf, scarf to protect here. Yeah. Especially when your immune system are weaker, that is like a weak points for this kind of this invade. So the same amount of the dampness or heat for the other people, okay, but for you, it's not okay. So you want to make it strong, better than the average person. So rubbing on it, put on it, can really strengthen. It's like you have a better doorkeeper, right? Doorkeeper, know how much to come in. Yeah, as the beneficial part. Okay.
Thank you. I have 2 more quick questions. In the 4 wheels, the 4 different, the shaking, swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 golden wheels.
We can do 4 golden wheels. Yes, we can do them separately, right? You don't have to do them all together.
How to say?
I like doing the channeling the central meridian right before I go to bed. It just puts me to sleep, but I don't do all of them together all the time.
The answer is yes, absolutely you can. Yeah. We put it together because sequentially they build up, which is wonderful. But each one can be done separately. Yeah, like I did, the shaking actually is the universal practice. I do it all the time at the beginning of Daily Energizer. Yeah. And for 4 golden wheels exercise, that's one of the cycle. So
Right.
yeah, and you can do it separately. But one thing, very careful, is if you happen to do 2 of them, or you do all of them, but don't reverse the order. You can do it alone, like you can do cycle 1 and cycle 4, no problem. Just cycle 1 or just cycle 3, no problem. But make sure you don't do cycle 4 first, then you do cycle 1. All right. So don't reverse the order. No matter how many, follow the sequence of this 4-3, then that's great. And also try to nourish your qi always at the end, no matter how long. Yeah, 1 minute, 2 minutes, you know, I mean, qi is in me, because that is the way for you to really make the qi, what you trained, nourished and enriched. So it's double or triple benefit. If you do it, then you don't do it at all.
Okay. And when we're practicing sword fingers, can we actually hurt anything, like cutting up something we're not supposed to cut up?
No. Well, that's good things about the energy life. Yeah. Of course. Well, we cannot just simply know. Some people can be really use vicious mind to say, I'm going to do this as a killing energy. It can happen. So, but you say, I'm going to cut that energies to make it smaller. Always good benefit. You won't be able like damage your brain. You know, it's like a real knife. Then your brain cell, and then that won't happen. Yeah, but
Okay.
if vicious mind, that can be bad. Can be bad.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you don't need to worry about you're going to break something good. Yeah. Or you know, here some people say, "Can I do it on my heart?" You can. Of course, when you do it on the heart, be a bit gentle. You don't want to go quick. Yeah. Then it's not damaging them, but it's because of all this rush chi. They got a bit panic, right? So that's something you be moderate. Okay.
Thank you.
Again, yeah. The next one, Carol. Unmute yourself.
Hey, Robert, thank you so much.
Hi.
Two questions, both about the central channel.
Hmm.
So you're giving deeper teachings, it seems to me, on the central channel. You know, we think of it as a column when we're starting off in Master Key, and now both in the Shift Network classes and in this class, you're talking more about the layers of it. So I'm wondering if you could just go over that again, because I like to work with that a lot, and I'd like to be able to visualize it more clearly. And the other piece of that is then when we're doing Turn the Wheel of Heaven in AM Qigong or in 8 cycles, how do you, because then we're moving the energy through the central channel in that circle. How would you suggest we visualize it, picture it?
Beautiful. So you're talking about 8 cycles, turning the wheel of heaven. Yeah, I said that helps with the central meridian, because central meridian is the energy channel that goes from top head to perineum and connect heaven and earth chi, right? This channel, and we have many ways to empower it. Yeah, we have the cycle 4. We have the breathing empowerment. They're all for central meridian, including hologram palm empowerment, the 3 treasures standing meditation, and the 8 cycle you mentioned. 8 cycle is like rubbing. So when you're pushing the wheel, the edge of the wheel is rubbing your central meridian. You can have this image. So when you're moving your palms like this, so you're making a circle, right? We say it's like the heavenly wheel. And the end of the wheel, the ball, suppose this is the wheel, all right, round one. So the end here is rubbing your central meridian. So doing this way. Then it's like this part, more specifically, is connecting with the universal energy, right? So for this way to make your awareness of the central meridian more open in different angles, Okay, thank you. Now next one, John.
My teacher, Dr. Brown, suggested I go to your seminar at Omega, and it was good. And my question though is, you guys do different things in the same point. Like he teaches me to tap C7, and she was just talking about pressing C7. What's the difference?
It's the same thing. Actually, I teach both. I teach both. One is you tap. When you tap, you don't want to tap very strongly. It's more mindful tapping. And when you're tapping, watch the vibration. It goes all the way to your tailbones, including top. That's the tapping. All right. So the tapping, actually, they function a little bit differently. The tapping is more the vibrations of the whole spine from here. All right. Then the rubbing is making heated. The heated is more like what I described for the doorkeeper to make here energy strong. Yeah, and tapping is make it strong, but meanwhile to make it more connected. Yeah. So rubbing. And sometimes I do both. Yeah. When you have time, you do both.
Would you say tapping moves the energy, gets it unstuck, and pressing adds energy?
Yeah. When we, especially for the spine, if you have done the Qigong, you know, every time we work on the spine, we always want to make it connect with other part of the spine, including the whole body. Yeah. So when you work on the C7, then you tap it. When you rub on it, it's more local for C7 alone. But when you're tapping on it, that is like you have your C7 energy to serve the whole spine, make it connected.
Even with the Master Key, just the 5-day course, I practice a half hour a day unless I'm teaching an hour course or taking an hour course online. But I'm finding I'm going to now take your other course, Key Healing. So what I'm wondering is, given that I have a half hour practice time a day, you're giving me so much, you and Dr. Brown. How do I know what to do each night? Do you use your intuition? How do you choose?
No, it's both. Yeah, one is that we have so many practices, which of course is normal because the more you learn, the more you have. Yeah, my master noticed that I was struggling, so he taught me. I think I shared this in the workshop. When you feel it's becoming to be a bit overwhelming with too many things, because the most question for people when they have too many things, or not too many things, even more than 3, they begin to ask, which is the best for me? Yeah. So my answer is, I don't know, right? Yeah, I don't know. First, I don't know your situations exactly. Even for me, myself, I have to know what is the best until I tried all of them, right? Even though maybe it's very good for this period of time, then after this period of time, either I feel I need some different taste, or I feel I need something to work a bit different angle, because they're all working with the energy. Yeah, strictly to say one exercise is good enough because they're working with your energy. Energy is in the end is one thing. That's why they all say one finger Zen. This one thing. When you work on this one thing, then you can deal with millions of things. Yeah. So in this aspect, you're okay. Just do one exercise, whichever ones. Yeah. So then it depends on each individual because of the physical body conditions, because of the mental conditions, because of their races maybe, and the mentality. All different things mixed together make everyone unique. Then you try to experience all of them, then you know better. Not only know better which one is better for you, but you know which one is better for you on some situations. Then you can rotate. And I remember mentioning, so you can have a primary exercise and secondary exercise. Primary exercise is the one that you try to do every single day. It doesn't matter how long, even 5 minutes. This is my primary exercise. You can have a few primary exercises, like shaking is my primary exercise. I do it every single day, 3-5 minutes. Add 4 golden wheels for 3 months. Yeah, like now I'm doing my 12 cycles as my primary exercises. Yeah, and plus the shaking. Yeah, plus the shaking, and then you wrap around secondary exercise. Maybe and every other day I change, or every 2 days I change. Wrap around with 4 golden wheels, 4 cycles, 8 cycles, all this. Then you really need to have a notebook or on your computer have a note to rotate. You make a plan. Yeah, make a plan. Make a 1 year, 2 year plan. Every 3 months, what is my essential practice? I do it every single day. And then how do I wrap around? So if you have that plan, then you won't have this question. Yeah, you know what.
Thank you.
You're welcome, John. Next one, Mark. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. First, thank you so much for these precious teachings. It's really wonderful. And I feel like Master Xiaoyao is like a great bodhisattva who's really still working actively to bring such a wonderful practices here to North America. We're very, very lucky.
Thank
and you are a great conveyor of that. So
Thank you. Thank you.
my question I have, I'm part of the I Ching Jing revival course right now, which is great. I took it back in 2018. I've been practicing since then. This is my first time to do it again. And I'm happy to report that the first time through, I was doing it pretty good. But I am catching a few small details now that it's really improving. So that's great to do it as a second time. It could be 10 more times. I do have a question about when we increase the strength of the movement, say from 30% to 50% to 100%. How about the breath? Are we pushing harder with the breath at the same time?
You cannot help.
Okay.
You cannot help to do it. It's always going together with the breathing. When you would try to move harder, you're breathing. Like you go 30%, right? By breathing, you cannot say 30%. It doesn't synchronize. You want to do 100%. Your breathing is 100% too. It just go naturally. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. That's been what's happening, but I wasn't sure if it was correct or not.
It's correct.
And also the sound of the exhale becomes stronger too. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Audible sound.
Right. You know in yoga they call it jai breathing. It's similar. Yeah. So you try to have some frictions at the back of your throat. Like when you're angry, you go try to squeeze it, then it goes not so fast. Because you don't squeeze it, it doesn't last long, right? You want to squeeze it, then that kind of resistance actually give you the strength and power.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that. It's very, very, very clear.
Thank you.
And a detail on the Shi breathing. When we have done the maybe 36 or 40 times, and then we do the 2 natural exhales. On the second one, we go almost all the way. There's a little bit of air left.
Yeah, do like 80%.
Yes. So then we hold the breath for some time. And when we resume the breath, my natural thing is to expel the remainder of the air first before inhaling. But I don't know if that is important or...
It's not important, it's natural. Most people, they feel that they just want to inhale right away. Because that is different from this one. When you want to return, you go like this. Then you can do normal breathing, right? The amazing thing about Shi breathing is that when you return, because you're not using the carbon dioxide to press you. It's more internal energies that make you sustainable, that you can hold that period of time. So when you want to return back to normal position, breathing, if you feel like to exhale, nothing wrong. But in a lot of situations, people just, okay, relax, inhale. They can just do inhale. So both ways, natural. Yeah, I just have to say.
Just let the body be natural.
And yes or no about this. Yeah.
Good. That's very clear. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, next one, Beverly.
Hi, I am so delighted to be a member of Daily Energizer and the Master Key and the I Ching and on and on. It's really transforming my life and my body, and I really appreciate it. And before I ask my questions, I want to say today during the Daily Energizer was the first time I could actually feel those shadow hands inside my central channel. It was just so amazing to feel that, so exciting. And I just wanted to say that the benefit of repeating every day those exercises, they really go a lot deeper.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
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 Thank
My questions are with the in the Master Key with the empowering palm hologram empowering. When we seal it with the sword finger and we're stamping at the end, the yin yang, do we actually touch the body or are we still keeping a distance
You
and
don't
doing it
touch.
energetically?
Yeah, don't touch. Just like the blade. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're doing the healing, the blade, the end of the blade is sharp because this is like knife. But when
Right.
you're doing the sealing, the end of the blade is flat and resembling yin and yang, and you do it remotely, like press
Got it.
1, 2, 3. Don't touch.
That's what I thought. And then another question that might sound silly, but for the figure eight, the vertical, is it like a figure eight standing up as opposed to lying on its side?
Okay. First, when we say hologram palm empowerment horizontal, well,
Right.
if you're standing here, horizontal is like this, right?
Okay, so lying down, the
Yeah,
eight is
it's
lying
like you're
down.
lying down,
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah.
Vertical is like you're standing.
Oh, so a regular one that's on its
That's
side, but
vertical.
not standing up where it looks like the number 8.
Yeah, so it's like this way. Not, well, when we say vertical or horizontal, it's always in between your hands. So if you're doing like this, it's not in between hands. That's what
Ah,
it's in
okay.
between your hands. So horizontal, vertical, always
Wonderful.
in your hands.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That simplifies it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Now we have 3 more. Lee, please.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to ditto what Beverly just said. It's fabulous to be part of this community and learning so much from you. So and I guess my question, I'm reading your Way of Virtue book, and I'm struggling with the Tai Chi breath that starts a lot of those meditations. And when I'm inhaling, I could really feel the sphere and sense it and visualize it. It feels like the core breathing that we're doing in the Daily Energizers. When I'm exhaling from the lower dantian out, it just feels really scattered and piecemeal. And again, it feels like I'm exhaling the stick chi. It's can you give some guidance on how to visualize and sense that?
Yeah. Well, when you doing no matter whether it's a Tai Chi breathing or when you put your hands together, and the basic is that you want to relax between the joints. Yeah, when you put your hands there or not with the hand, they should first is relax. Don't make it tense. Yeah, the tense block it. Relax. Then with your mind drawing on that, you really opens the sensation of your receptive of the qi big time. You know, when we say what is the touches, or we say what is the sense of feeling of the qi? Spider webs, it feels like spider webs. Another is like magnetic field. And then pins and needles, waves of the heat or cool wind, sometimes with aroma, vibrations, and some is not on hands. So you're working on hands, then you feel all of a sudden your whole body is like levitating. Or like you're in an elevator, you feel like sinking down deep into the earth. These are all the touches, we say, the touches of the qi into your consciousness. Yeah. So this is the vehicle. This is the vehicle. All this is trying to open your awareness of the sensations of the qi, open the awareness of the qi working on you. And then when the qi and you are synchronized as one, then that we say you're liberated with your boundary. Then yeah, figuratively you can make home anywhere. Or some very advanced meditator, they really the physical boundary it's become nothing. They can walk through the wall easily. Yeah. Of course, this is to be magical, yeah, for ordinary people to reach that. But every now and then you can free your zone. And that is fantastic feeling to acknowledge our inbound ability, which is possible. Yeah, which is possible. That really brought our sense of who we are. Yeah, what we are. Okay. Thank you. Now, next one, Soyen. Oh, you did before, right? Do you have more questions?
It's first time today, but thank you, Master Peng. When I practice I Ching, I often have a right shoulder pain, but it disappears. But when I practice Shi breathing, it comes back. I'm wondering, maybe I'm sitting wrong, or if I can practice standing, or I'm not sure why that happening.
Well, you can maybe modify your Shi breathing, yeah, to make it less strong. That can help you to be more compatible with the movement. Yeah, try to have a try with this. Okay. All right. Now, next one, Charlotte. That'll be the last one, okay? Then I'll see anyone reading. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, okay.
I have some lung issues, but that isn't what I want to talk about. First of all, it's profound what you're doing, and I'm very new here, but the first time I came, I cried afterwards. It just hit me so strongly. I'm a dancer. I've done Middle Eastern or Egyptian influenced dance for a long time. And I saw that you had one of your lessons, you did some of your moves, and then you allowed people to dance freely. People moved into. I just wondered if you could speak to that more, because I'm very interested. I love to improv when I dance.
Yeah, I'm doing it every now and then. I used to do it almost every time, but now because I'm adding something more, so in this limited time, but no problem. Yeah, I still have that as maybe every 3 or 4 sessions. One of them is we call it spontaneous movement. It's the Qi guiding you to move. Yeah, no problem.
Guidelines for that?
The basic is that you cannot do it right away. You have to do it until your energy channel are opened. That's why I always do it at the end of your practice, because when you practice and then you like your energy channels open, your different energy centers are awakened, activated, then it's just basically surrender. Yeah, surrender. Let go of the control. And it's a little bit tricky for someone, because someone still think I'm making it, right? But actually, if you surrender, you think you're making it. But if you really look how you do, if you film it, you find you really guided. Yeah, that's the in part of the movement. We're moving the Qi a lot, manipulate it, moving this way, the other way. Then all of a sudden they say, let go. Then the Qi is taking the place and guiding you. Then you just allow anything into your mind, because mind is also energy, but it's not planned. When you plan it, that's the knowledge, which is not energy. Yeah. And then when you just let go and follow whatever that consciousness that is guided by the Qi into you, then you're really doing something beautiful, beautiful for your benefit. Like sometimes, like in China especially, because China we have big audience, we have like 2,000, 3,000 people in a big hall. It's really like a bubbling spring. There's all different people practice different things they never done in their life. Some of them, they've never learned martial art. They played beautiful Tai Chi and martial art. Then when people show them the video of them, they cannot believe this. They did this. Yeah. So that's the potential energy. Yeah. So when you let go of that God of guiding them, then your own wisdom comes out. And then when you follow that kind of spontaneous movement has the best healing than all the exercise you learned. That's the benefit. That's the huge benefit of that. So I agree with you. Actually, I try to make it a bit more in the future, even just a short time. But when you follow your own wisdom of the Qi, for your wisdom, love, vitality, they have the best ways to do your healing and empowerment. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, I think that's all for the audio ones. Let me look at about some anyone texted. Great, thank you. You have kept your promise. Yeah, and let me see. And we'll be doing the advanced I Ching course in the near future. I have this thinking, but there's no solid plan. Sometime, okay. Is there another book besides the Master Key? Yes, that's what we're talking. The Way of Virtue. You search on Amazon or Sounds True, The Way of Virtue or Robert Peng, my name. You find the book. And where in New York City are the in-person meetings? Tuesday or Thursday? No, we don't have in-person meeting, regular ones. In person, we have workshop. This year we have only in Omega, which we have done most of them. The only one left is end of September to the beginning of October. We have 2 weeks intensive healer training. Yeah, healer training. That's the in person. Yeah, in person. What exercise do you recommend for someone with Parkinson's? 8 cycles? Yeah, like we talked with John, any practice is fine as long as you feel it suits you the best. And also it depends on the intensity of Parkinson's. But 8 cycles is very good with the flow of the movement. So if you feel you're very stiff, that is a very beautiful one. Yeah, very beautiful one. For someone, if you feel like quite foggy with the mind, you can do lotus meditation or hologram palm empowerment, yeah, of Padan 10. P.S. I'm loving Tai Chi practice, all the practice for awakening free will, goodwill, etc. Love the conversation about destiny as well. Yeah, maybe we use different word, not destiny, or we're talking about the realizations of ourself. Yeah, that is the Four Golden Wheels. Yeah, when you can make the vitality, love, and wisdom synchronized together with the help of Central Meridian, you really make a broad of yourself, connecting with the universal Qi. Then you are the center of the universe. That's maybe what we're talking about, destiny. Yeah, in other words. Okay, let me see. I think that's basically it. And thank you for some of the movement for insomnia. Insomnia is good. You do the meditation. Yeah, of lotus meditation is put there, lying down. It can bring you a very good layer of sleep and rest. Okay. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to do this more regularly, about once a month. I'm still trying to work out more regular time so I can tell you more in advance, and just wait for a little bit. Yeah, when we're more standard. Actually, I may do more different things. Too many things to juggle. I should have a plan again also. All right. And thank you so much for today. And let's do a simple closing work. Yeah, closing work. Stand up, take a deep inhale. And sigh out. Happy sigh. To introduce yawning. Okay, introduce yawning. Normal time you cannot yawn until you feel like air is not enough, you're a bit tired. But when you raise your arms, this triggers the nerve for you to do the yawning. So, take it inhale and sigh. After a couple of sighing, you feel like to do the yawning, do it. There's a beautiful feedback. Yeah, with energy relaxations and detoxifications. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll see you next Tuesday for the Daily Energizer if you're in. And welcome to join if you're not. Yeah. Have a good night. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
We can do the same way. Let's see everybody. Yeah, it's good to see.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that energy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy to see you all.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Safe trip.
谢谢.
Yes,
See you next time in China.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.